You cheated on me. This is by far one of the worst and most heartbreaking things which a woman can do to you. Unfortunately, I speak from personal experience here. The moment you find out about it, the world just ends for you. I mean, everything seems to be black afterwards. You can't eat and you can't sleep anymore. You feel like you're slowly dying from the inside. The pain crushes you and you feel abandoned. You feel fooled. And you feel used, and all these emotions flare up inside you. You feel ashamed. Your pride was trod upon, and at the same time you feel this anger and hate and want to get back at this woman who did all of this to you. I know these feelings only too well. And the question is now, what can you do in this situation? The first thing you have to realize is that everything you do in the first moment, you'll probably regret later on. You can freak out and absolutely lose it in front of her. You know, you can scream at her, can insult her, can do whatever you want. But all these things you'll later on regret. Above all, there's no point in this because you can't turn back the time, no matter how much you wish you could. And whatever you're doing, it won't undo what has happened. You have to understand that you're now emotionally hurt and that this wound won't just heal from one day to another. When many years ago a woman cheated on me, it felt like it took forever until I managed to get over it. But life is not what happens to you, but it's about how you react to the things that happen to you. Your life is the sum of all your choices. You can now decide to sulk in self-pity and to lock yourself up for years in your bedroom and to never meet another woman again. But if you do that, you give the women who cheated on you the power over your life, your happiness, and your future, and you don't want that. You can also decide that you won't put up with that and go out and meet other women who are a better match for you and look better than her. And what if the woman who cheated on you should ever come back to you and tell you how much she loves you and how sorry she is and that it was all just a one-time thing? What are you going to do then? You might be tempted to take her back because this might seem to be a quick and easy way to stop the pain. But I can only wholeheartedly advise you, hands off. This relationship will never be as it once was because when the bond of trust between the two of you is torn in half, there will always be a knot in it. Every time when you're with her in the future, you'll be reminded of what happened and it will hurt you each time anew. Above all, you tell her that it's okay if she's violating your trust and if she's cheating on you behind your back and that she can do it again and again in the future. So, as long as you haven't been in a relationship with her for 15 years, have 4 children together, she swears that it was a one-time thing and you're 100% sure that it was your own mistake because you've been neglecting her for years, forget her. Don't invest your time, your energy, and your youth in a woman who betrayed your trust. Remove her radically out of your life. Get a new cell phone and burn all the pictures you might have of her. Make sure she has no chance to ever contact you again. Not out of anger or hatred, but in order to protect yourself from further emotional wounds and to be able to move forward. The sad truth is, 99% of all men who take a woman back after she trotted upon their pride and cheated on them only do it because they believe that they can't find another woman. So they take her back out of pure despair. And just because they don't want to be alone. And by doing so, they make their own life hell. Because this issue will come up again and again. And it will hurt you every time. And it will absolutely drive you nuts. No woman in the world is worth it. You torment yourself as a man that much and put yourself through this emotional hell voluntarily. Please leave a positive review for this video and share it so that it can also help other men. Above all, I wish for something better for you and would like to show you how you can really meet a lot of great, beautiful women. And that's exactly what we'll look at in my free report, How to Get Almost Every Woman Into Your Bed and a Relationship, which you can get and instantly read by clicking the free download button. Also, I'll regularly send you absolutely free of charge secret training videos, MP3s, and PDFs, which will help you scoring with girls. These are filled with secrets about how you'll literally get woman after woman and how you can finally stop this inner pain after you got cheated on. These are secrets most men never learn. Click now on the free download button now, and I'll see you again on the other website in the following free videos and reports. See you soon.